I feel old. Nah, kidding. Hi. Anyways, hi chat, hi everyone. Chat. Force habit anyway. Guess what I did? I beat the Roaring Knight and also Gerson. Knight 2 somehow. I don't know how I pulled that off, but yeah, here we are. Shiny, I know. Before you ask, yes, I can do the Disney Channel thing, but I will not. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I did that and also how you could potentially do that. Now, in general, what I will say is, first and foremost, persistent. Persistence is the key. I also highlighted my fails too, so maybe you all can see where not to suck at or something. Me? This guy isn't good at video games. You? Might be better at video games than that. Also, if you ignore the spoilers, this is your last chance to avoid spoilers or else be forever spoiled on the fight. I'm gonna leave that season. Invisible. First one, you might be seeing that right there. So that, well, first off, I kind of messed up the pattern. So as we go back here, equipment. I believe that I had the Tenna tie or the Dealmaker, Zorbax, obviously. And also I had Jellicell on her. So I have a laser pointer. Don't look at my eyes. Don't look. Pulse thing I'm doing right there. The thing. So that right there, you were looking at my eyes, weren't you? Don't do that. So this right here, the if we look over here, each successfully blocked bullet grants you 0.5% TP. This is basically Undyne 1.0. Okay, so that happened because I suck at dodging. I also like how the old man is just doing, well, Gerson is basically doing a can while trying to fight. He's holding back, I can tell you that much, probably. Right here, Buster, and he blocks it back, and it goes like that. The stars right there. Those are akin to a exhaustion meter. The more of those that pop up, well, the closer you are to winning the fight. Using OK Heal makes more stars pop up than Rude Buster, but Rude Buster also costs less to cast, so I'd say consistently, you probably cast Rude Buster a lot, but also there's a caveat of having to play ping pong with Rude Buster, which he laughs in your face whenever you fail that, but it's funny. I should have like a playlist of all my failed attempts up somewhere. Anyways. The King's Chariot cannot be stopped. Okay, so that attack right there. Block it. You might notice that he starts doing less and less damage as he hits you more and more. He's holding back. Well, each time that you do attack, it grants you 4 stars of mercy. OK Heal does 9. Successfully counter-deflecting Root Buster gives you 8 stars. If you fail to counter-deflect it, it gives you 6. Surviving attacks 17 creates 30. 18, 19 creates 24. Driving attack 20 creates 20 stars. As long as you can survive long enough. Okay, so this turtle shell attack, I've never actually learned how to properly dodge. Okay, hammer attacks. Let me talk about that real quick. There's no RNG. They all fall in a pattern. Oh yeah, the big hammer. I wouldn't advise trying to graze on that. You can, probably, but it's easier just to dodge it. It kind of hung around in that corner right there. Did the Absorbax actually do anything? No, not really. So green shells bounce on a Dio and turn yellow, and then they disappear. Okay, heal. And I don't know what happened. I had this attack right here. I'd never actually I smear framed Toby Fox. Just look at that. It's like, wow. So this attack right here, this is a fake out, which I love. This attack is fairly easy to dodge. It's wide means you go all the way over here, all the way back. And then for this part of the attack, I like to stick around the center. That way, it's not RNG based, but it's easy for me to dodge. Right here is jump bad dodge. Oh. And remember how I said it was a bad idea to try to graze that giant hammer attack? If you're more confident with things, you probably would be able to pull it off. Science Shell. It bounces once, a 45-degree switch, and of course, once it turns yellow. I'm incredibly bad at dodging those because I have no idea where they're coming from. I believe I tried a Root Buster here. Okay, that one. And there's me trying to deflect the Root Buster again. And it's always the Science Shells that got me a lot. Here's another one. Here's me trying to Root Buster again, and... yeah. I don't know why that got me. Oh yeah, it's the Root Busters being deflected. Boop, boop. There's another one. Science Shells are what really messed me up here. That's because my brain doesn't like to switch from like 90 degrees, or doesn't like rotating things like that. Oh yeah, the spiral. That is actually surprisingly. This was surprisingly easy. And as you can see, that was the next to final attack. So you got extra stars for that. Yeah. That should have been giving me that axe. Oh yeah, these turtle shells are big for some reason. I don't know why. Oop, and there's the final attack right there. Well, the final attack. Ah, see, didn't quite get it. It's alright, it's alright. You suck at this, get good, kid.
A few moments later.
It's okay, it's okay. And this is... as you see, I started to, go the wrong direction, but... yeah, basically go into a spiral. That fake out right there. I like that. Alright, I figured it out. You want to see what I got, then? Take this! My beard. How's that, old man? That was the most fun I've ever had. See how I used my healing just now? Guess this is mine now, huh? Just as access was added to your weapons. And to take this too. For some reason, I found this weird piece of glass on my desk. Felt like someone really wanted me to use this thing. But it didn't interest me, so you can take it. So, can I also say something here too? I'm going to interject. The Shadow Crystal was added. Finally! I'm starting to wonder if that ever win. Perseverance. Each time you got a little better. That's all I wanted to see. Can't think I'm going to be the toughest thing you'll face. But next time, you'll be ready. Don't give up and give him hell. Don't have to tell me that, old man. Sorry for the voice. My voice is off. Well, I'll be seeing you around. Yeah, guess we will. Why'd you help me so much? You didn't have to. You remind me of better someone I used to know. Who? Just a character from that old story. Lord of the Hammer, huh? Hell if I'm reading that. Though, wait a second. Isn't that what Dragon Blazers was based on? Yep, and so they changed part of the story. Of course, the biggest fans got mad, but isn't it interesting? The book was already just an interpretation of someone else. Stories can be retold, they can be changed. That's what I believe. Huh. The words on the wall you called you a hero. Whatever you end up being, I'm sure it'll be tremendous. Anyways, what Dragon Blazer character am I? Right. You are the dragon. Dragon needs no. Watch this, old man. bit of preface for this. This fight actually gave me the most difficulty out of all of the chapters. Roaring Knight appears. Hold breath. So, the hold breath command, what does that do? That makes your soul move faster. Because apparently holding your breath makes your soul go faster somehow. I don't know how that works, but apparently that's how it works in this universe. Oh, also the Roaring Knight is not spareable either, so keep that in mind. Breath. So, main goal of this. Why is there so many defends there? TP generation. This is basically like a DPS fight. Okay, so the first attack is the snow things. So, something else you'll notice here. Stop looking at my eyes. I see that. Stop it. Stop it. So, that right there. So that shows your grazing. So the actual hitbox is probably somewhere around there-ish or so. Let's say. Again, this is the easiest one to dodge, in my opinion. Just remember that the projectiles are smaller than they appear. And they get sucked back a little bit, and then they explode. Really easy to dodge. Defend, Root Buster. Also, something else. If you hit the Root Buster right there, or if you hit Z while, I don't know what it's on controller, if you hit Z right there, that'll increase your damage. But basically, the whole goal is to use Chris and Rouse as healing and or TP generators for Suzy. And to that extent, I have the Lodestone equipped to Rouse, and also the Twin Ribbon, which increases the graze area. Okay, 146. Okay, so Knife Storm. So, for the first part of this, you just move in the card or move away from it. Plays out pretty much similarly to everything else. So this one. So, I'm going to show you right here. You notice how there are two sets, well, basically two different sets of the bullets stripping down from the board. So you have one that are, or two that are going faster, well, the four that are going faster here, and two that are going slower. You want to aim for one of those, and you just do it better. Pain. Okay, yeah, like that. Okay, this one. I want to preface this by saying this post-patch, but also I could have done it pre-patch too, but whatever. I have no hit this pre-patch though. That is actually true. But now post-patch, just go like that, and for that you just got to go for like the widest area you got and just go boop. Still worried about Suzy dying. Okay, Sanguine Slash. I don't know if you could see it, but just at the last minute, I waited for that X to show up, and I go beep 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 beep. Still got hit. Yeah, I just killed Rousey. Or healed Rousey with Rousey. And again, the hitboxes on those are smaller than they appear. I want to make sure that I'm constantly root bustering, otherwise it'll take longer. Okay, so same as the original slice, except it goes horizontal this time. Well, it goes both cardinal directions. So. Another thing that I'll point out about this fight while I have a chance. Chris will be down to half of their HP. Suzy will be down to like to negative 999 HP, except for Rousey. However, the revivement and the revived dust will still heal them. Will still revive them. So it's unlikely you'll be able to actually like get them back up if you don't have one of those. But if you do, you're good. Okay, here. This one was actually very easy for me to dodge. As I get hit, mind you, but okay, this one was actually really difficult to dodge for some reason. But I would say in terms of advice, move with purpose. Items revive dust. Okay, so I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's a glitch or something, but whenever you use it on, well, use the revive dust on a character that has been down like that. With Rose having better healing, it, for some reason, revives him almost to full. So give up. And this right here. Only thing you really got to look out for is that there are chasers after you. Okay, I'm going to be honest right here. This attack pattern, I never learned how to dodge. I don't know how I managed to dodge them once or twice. But I think if you move, like, up instead of... Yeah, you'd have to move up. So, well, diagonally. So there is a... You see that there's a second one dropping right there, so... Yeah. I don't think I dodged this at all. But, I'm back, so... Yeah, look at that dodge. Man, I'm done talking. I feel like you just pissed me off. Aww. So, if you made it to this point in the fight, that means you've done it. You've almost done it, at least. But, the only thing left, well, that is left for that is, of course, the final attack. And this one. This one is almost a one-to-one copy of, not a one-to-one copy of Hyper Connor from the Azrael fight, but it's very similar. Each bullets have a pattern. Of course, this is well, you see, I basically just had to follow it in a spiral. And then they go back and explode. And slash, which you have to avoid too. And Susie lived on 1 HP. Susie lived on 1 HP. Poof. Bam. So again, not perfect, but good enough. Which I'll take. We actually beat it? What? Don't tell me you have enough already. Come on, we were just getting started. Ha! Ha! Okay, so for this next thing, I like to imagine that the knight just like, or just the camera just zooms into the knight's face, and then the characters just die. Susie, not so tough now, are you? Like, no, that's seriously, if you, like... Let me show you. Tell me that that isn't the knight's visor. And it's just not zooming in directly into the knight's visor. As they KO Susie, or knock out this character's. Swoon! Susie! How could you? Judgmental stare. Say, here's a bunch of fails, by the way. At high speed. Very interesting. So you mean the same thing. Now, there's just one session of me failing, by the way. Same thing. Yes, I am that persistent. Okay. That is footage of me beating the Roaring Knight, well, Gerson and the Roaring Knight. If you like what I saw, feel free to like, dislike, and whatever. Feel free to leave a comment, and yeah, there's your proof that even the worst gamer, if given enough time, can maybe win